Exactly the way he is. But
This is crude example. Similarly, our material contamination means that when we desire to live without Krishna consciousness, why we shall be subservient to Krishna? We shall live independent. That is going on. Material life means everyone is trying to uh, become victorious in the struggle of existence without God consciousness. That is our material disease. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogavansha kare. We may revolt. That is that independence we have got. Little independence and we can misuse it. So why shall I serve Krishna? Let me serve myself. Let me serve myself means let me serve my uh, no, different propensities. Kam, krodh, lobh, moha, matsarya, like that. My independence means I will not serve God, I will serve my lusty desires. You cannot become independent. This is a concoction only, that I will not serve Krishna, but you have to serve. What is that? Then I serve my lusty desires. Indriyatit, indriyatit, jadindriya pritaya. Simply to satisfy. Krishna consciousness means there is no such thing as indriya tripti or sense gratification. Everything for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanang Bhakti Rucha. Rishik means the indriya or the senses. That is stated here also. Manasas chendriyanam cha bhutanam mahatam. That different types of indriya for sense gratification we develop. This is the creation. Every one of us developing, and it has become complicated with so many other desires. Each life is full of desires. Therefore, in the Guru Stotra in the morning, we recite, Arna Koriya Maneyas. Is it not? What is that? Arna Koriya Maneyas. So that is required. Guru Mukha Patma Vakka Chittete Koriya Oikka Arna Koriya Maneyas. That is liberation. Otherwise, we shall be implicated. And what Guru says? Guru says the same thing as Krishna says. That is Guru. Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekang Saranam Bhaja. Krishna also, Guru also says the same thing. That is Guru's business. That you surrender to Krishna and fully be engaged in Krishna's service. So that when Narottam Das Thakur advises, take this very seriously. Arna Koriya Maniyas. No more. Stop any other desires. Then your life is successful. Arna Koriya Maniyas. Vyavasayatmika buddhi rekeha kurunandan. Bahushaka anantascha buddhi abhyavasayana. Buddhi abhyavasayana. Vyavasayatmika, nischayatmika. Now, my life will be successful when I accept very seriously the instruction given by Krishna and it is delivered to me through the transparent via media of Guru. Then it will be successful. Arana Kariya Maneyas. So somewhere or other, originally, we are all Krishna conscious, pure, satcha, satchattam, abhikaritam. Now bikurbana, now being transformed or agitated somehow or other. Anadi karama phale pori bhavar navajal. We cannot ascertain when this transformation took place. There is no necessity of making research how we fell in this material contamination or environment, but we should be intelligent enough to understand that we are fallen now. That is, now how we fell, you can trace out the history, but it is very difficult because anadi karama phale. Nobody can ascertain. Just like when a man is diseased, he goes to doctor. So when he goes to the doctor gives him medicine according to the symptoms and the diagnosis. There is no necessity of finding out the history how he fell disease. There is history, but that is not possible to trace out. Therefore, it is said, anadi karma phale. Anadi. Anadi means, adi means the creation. Creation, before creation, I contaminated this desire, ichcha desha samuthema. I began revolting to the desires. Krishna says, every one of us revolting now also. Krishna says, sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam bhaja. But you are revolting. Why? Why shall I surrender to you? This is too much you are demanding. This is going on. This is going on. This is the disease. And to cure this disease, Krishna himself comes. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati tadatmanam srijah. But we are so stubborn that we do not like to be cured. So what Krishna will do? How Krishna will help? He is coming, he is sending his devotee, he is leaving behind him the Shastras. Ataev Krishna Veda Purana Korila. The Vedic literature, Veda Purana, to elaborately explain the Vedic ideals in the Puranas. Purana means supplementary. They are not to be neglected. The history, then Mahabharata, then Vedanta, Purana, Vedanta philosophy, then explanation of Vedanta philosophy, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and Mahabharata means, which contains Bhagavad Gita. So many literatures there are. And who has made it? Vyasdev. Vyasdev is Krishna's incarnation, Vyasavatar. That is stated in the Shastras. So Vyasdev made all this literature, that means Krishna made, through his incarnation. Therefore in the Chaitanya Charitamrita we find this verse, Anadi Bohirmog Jeev Krishna Bhuli Gela, Ataev Krishna Veda Purana Korila. So, somewhere or other we have fallen in this material condition of life, making a Manasasthani Indriyani Prakriti-sthani Karsati. This Manascha Indriyani, that is stated here. Manascha Indriyanam cha bhutanam mahatam api. Mahabhut, Mahabhut is 5 elements. Hiti apte manudbhav. And mind. So in this way we are intact. And there is struggle. Manasasthani indriyani prakriti-sthani karsati. Mamaivansati. They are my part and parcel. They can live as good as I am. But unfortunately, they are undergoing a struggle for existence on account of this polluted mind. What is that pollution? Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogavancha kare. He thinks that, what is the use of? This is what is called service mentality, slave mentality, they say. The bhakti marga is slave mentality. Instead of becoming God, they want to become servant or slave of God. So this is slave mentality. No, this is not slave mentality. This is actual liberation. Because our constitutional position is to remain. We are servant of Krishna. But somehow or other we revolted. Still we are revolted. Although Krishna coming and canvassing, just surrender me, but still we are revolted. This is our disease. Manasasthani indriyani prakriti-sthani karsati. So if we want to be cured again and come to our original consciousness, Krishna consciousness, which is satsatam avikaritam shantatam cetasa, then we have to take to this Krishna consciousness. That is the only way. There is no other way to become peaceful, shantatam avikara, without any change, fixed up mind. That is Krishna consciousness. Shanti. If you want, everyone is hankering after Shanti. The Shanti formula is given everywhere in the Shastra. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is personally saying, this is Shanti. What is this? Bhoktaram jagadavasam sarvaloko maheswaram Sridam sarvabhutanam gyata mam. Sridam sarvabhutanam who? Not these political leaders. We are taking these political leaders as our friend and carried away by their dictation. Some political leader says, you do like this, another political leader do like that. So we are not. No. Bhoktaram sarva jagadavasam sarvalo suridam. If we want to take advice of real well-wisher, so Srila Sarvabhutana. Similarly, sadhu, he is also Sridam Sarvadehina. The same thing. As Krishna is the supreme friend, well-wisher, Srihit means good heart. Where friend, mitra, it is little different from sweet. Mitra means I make friendship with you with some motive. But a father is sweet, mother is sweet, always well-wishing. Or there may be some friend also, always well-wishing. But the best example, that the father is always well-wishing. How my son will be well situated, how he will be happy. Similarly, Krishna says that when one can understand me as Sridam Sarvabhutana, then Shanti Michati, then you will get Shanti. Shantattam. When we accept it, firmly convinced that Krishna is my father, Krishna is my friend, Krishna is my well-wisher, and Krishna says, where is the difficulty? Aham tva sarva papebhya moksha. He takes charge. Kontya pratijanihi name bhakta pranasati. He is giving assurance. Mangi patha upasrita jipishu papajana sriya sudra tatha vaishya sti vijanti parangati. Everything is there. So, on account of this dirty position of material contamination, we cannot accept Krishna as the real friend. Therefore, we cannot get Shanti. So if we want really Shanti, then we must accept the formula. Sridam Sarvadehinam Gyata Ma. Not this political leader, that political leader, no. They do not know what is the actually path of Shanti. They cannot. They do not have Shanti in themselves. How they can? Physician, heal thyself. The physician himself is a diseased person. Maya mohita. So how they can help us? So this is not possible. We have to accept Krishna as Srila Sarvabhutanam Gyata. He is the proprietor of everything. Sarvaloko Maheswaram. Mahesam. Isharam Mahesam. Parameswaram. Maheswaram or Parameswaram. Ishara Parama Krishna. In this way we can understand that Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is the enjoyer, Krishna is my supreme friend, then Shantattam, you can get Shanti. Otherwise, this material environment will always create disturbances and bhayam para bhadityaabhi nipeshatasya. Then we will be always in fearful condition, in anxiety. But if we accept this formula, then no more we are in this, hodgepodge of this material existence. We live clearly, sat-sattam, that is called sat-sattam abhikaritam. So a Krishna conscious person is not agitated by the material action and reaction. He remains fixed up, naisthiki bhakti. This is called naisthiki bhakti, nishtha, firmly convinced. Tato rajastamo bhava, naisthiki bhakti. Nityanga bhagavata sevaya, bhava, nashta prayeshu abhadreshu. This is abhadra. This material contamination, kriya shakti, ahankara, trividha, three kinds of Kriya Shakti, working in the modes of ignorance, working in the modes of passion. These are the moha. That when these two things, Kriya Shakti, this Kriya Shakti under the spell of passion and spell of ignorance is almost gone. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityanga bhagavata sevaya. So this is the only process. Let us hear from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, not this professional, but just like here Kapil Dev is explaining Sankhya philosophy, every word of Bhagavatam, sublime. And this is given to us by Vyasdev, because we do not know how to get out of this entanglement of material environment. Anartha upasamam saksas, anartha. On account of being entangled in this material modes of nature, we have accumulated so many unwanted things. Anartha, that is called anartha. Artha means substance, and anartha means illusory things. So many things. So that is our material condition of life, and the only remedy is become Krishna conscious, and that is how we can become Krishna conscious. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Vishnu means Krishna. Simply hear and speak about Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much.